everybody, and welcome to the first episode of the 4th season of SeeYou Weekly. I'm your host, Mariah Ashley, and I'm here with some new and old faces on the panel tonight. You guys, introduce yourselves.
My name is Joe Moyles. I'm from New York. I'm a senior in broadcast journalism. This is actually a 5th-year senior. I went to community college for 2 years, transferred out of there. I'm not doing that anymore. And I don't know why I haven't done this yet. I kind of didn't know about it, but now I'm here and I'm ready to talk. So, on to you, Hannah.
Hey guys, I'm Hannah. I am a senior studying broadcast journalism. I am from the original Chi-Town. And let's see, I'm excited to give you guys all my opinions this semester, so watch out for me.
Hi, my name is Amelia Mugavero. I am currently a junior majoring in broadcast journalism. I am originally from Dallas, Texas, so deep down south. And an interesting fact about me is I'm currently the University of Illinois featured twirler for the Marching Illini. And you can find me on Twitter at UIUC_twirler.
Okay, well, let's get the show on the road. So, over the weekend, last weekend, was the 40th anniversary for Saturday Night Live, which is really, really exciting. I didn't even know Saturday Night Live have been on air for 40 years. But I personally love Saturday Night Live. They always have some really great, really great.
Some of them might be gay. Imagine some of them were.
Great cast members, and I know like one of my favorite ones was the Sarah Palin skit. It's always. I think it's funny, and she looks just like her. What's her name?
Tina Fey.
Tina Fey.
Oh my gosh. She looks exactly like Sarah Palin. It's amazing how similar they look.
I know, I'm obsessed. I think they're geniuses. I watched the episode, and when the Jeopardy came on, it was like, that's my favorite skit of all time. So I was like literally dying watching all of the like famous people come out like left and right. And I remember when I was a kid, I used to stay up like on special Saturday nights to watch SNL because my mom was obsessed. Like I grew up with SNL.
That's so cute.
Yeah, so I was like, when I was watching it, it was really fun.
I watched it last night. I started watching it at like 1 o'clock in the morning. Huge mistake, first of all.
Why
It's like
would you
3
do
hours.
It's 3.5
Yeah,
hours.
it wasn't 3.5. Luckily, because I watched it on NBC.com, so they cut like the 4 minutes of commercials out.
Okay.
But they showed the same commercials over again. So first of all, you're seeing like the same commercial about like diabetes medication like 40 times in a row. But besides that, one thing I found very interesting about the SNL thing is that they had it in this like they had it in the studio, but instead of having a studio audience, they had like all the members and all the famous people all in the audience.
Yeah.
So it's you see the shots and you literally see people in the background like oh, that's Charlie Day from Always Sunny, or Donald Trump is in there too. Yeah. And they didn't make appearances, they were just there watching. So it's like imagine performing in front of all your friends and not even any fans. It's just it's weird.
Yeah.
That's why I thought it was weird. It was kind of like
must be a lot of pressure on them.
Must be more pressure.
Yeah.
But
I wouldn't feel the urge to like if it's just your friends, you wouldn't put your best effort
Your friends
forward,
are gonna laugh either way.
Yeah.
Because you're up there.
They feel
know
bad.
they're supposed to laugh.
Yeah.
But other famous people are not gonna.
What I really like, though, and I was wondering, why wouldn't they do this for the 50th anniversary? You'd think that'd be a better milestone. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But I think it was the fact that there were, like, everybody who started out in comedy that are now the big dogs in comedy. I mean, look at Jimmy Fallon, look at Will Ferrell, started out on SNL, in their 20s. And so look at it 20 years later at their 40th anniversary, and they have probably the top stars ever to be in comedy stemming from their show. So that's really cool. It was really cool to see their roots and how they progressed through the years.
I thought of that too. One of the reasons I thought they didn't do it for 50 is because in 10 years, some of the people will be all like really old and like bringing them out. Like,
makes a difference.
Chevy Chase looked awful enough when they brought him out last night. Imagine him when he's like 80 and they got to wheel him out in the wheelchair and he's got to do his monologue in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
Oh God.
So I think still kicking by then.
Well, good job, SNL.
Yeah. Yeah, good job. I always liked the Justin Timberlake. I mean, I think my all-time favorite always would be when he did Single Ladies. I think that was just like the most hilarious thing ever. But speaking of sexy Justin Timberlake, 50 Shades of Grey also came out last weekend. I personally have not seen it, but I've heard some reviews, and a lot of people did not like the movie. And a lot of people that didn't like the movie were also people who read the book. So, Amelia, I know you said you saw the movie. What did you think?
Yes, I did see the movie. I saw it on Valentine's Day. So
romantic.
With
Is it
no
really
guy
romantic, though?
whatsoever.
Like-
I mean, it was completely fine. I saw it with my mom, actually.
God.
Really?
Praise
I was
his
gonna
soul.
ask you who you saw it with.
Well, okay,
High five, mom.
but what?
High five, mom.
Hey, I mean, we're girls that we like to have fun, and it was just
You saw it with your mom? How do you watch it with your mom?
beyond that fact. Okay, my mom's really cool. She's like a kid at heart. But beyond that fact, what we saw it for was just, I mean, it was not a movie to write home about. Like you said, I mean, the reviews spoke for themselves.
Oh, wow.
It was a bad, I mean,
What
the
was
book,
the terrible part about it? Like,
Yeah.
what made people not like the movie?
Well, no. I didn't despise the movie to the fact that, like, I will write a bad review about it because I had low expectations to begin with. The book itself was written so bad. I've read the books, and they're written just as badly. So, you know, you would expect the movie to not be any different. The casting, I think, could have changed. I don't think the casting was really true to the book.
He was not sexy enough for me. He just wasn't doing, like, and I haven't read the book. I know what the book is about. We all know what the book is about. The book is about S&M and a little unexperienced girl who's just, I don't know anything about anything, and then this like sexy S&M man like wants to take her down. But like,
Take her
you
down.
know,
Why was it released on Valentine's Day and thing again? Why did they do that?
romantic joke.
Yes.
So I mean, I personally I felt that the guy wasn't giving me enough sexy, and I also heard that the book wasn't written very like grammatically proper. I guess
It was horrible. It was horrible.
But the thing about it was everybody was raving about this book, and I never heard about how badly it was written until the movie
neither.
came out. So I'm like, what? I wonder what like made people keep that in, like keep them to themselves, you know?
I mean, the reason it's a bestseller is because of the content,
Like
obviously.
the shocker, like that came out of nowhere.
Right.
But the on-scene chemistry was just horrific.
Really?
It was just so bad. I mean, they had no chemistry.
No chemistry.
I didn't think so. But,
Well, you know who has some really good chemistry? Lady Gaga and her new fiance, Taylor Kinney. I'll let Hannah, I want you to talk about this because I really feel like, I mean, Taylor Kinney, he's a nice looking young man. Or is he young? I don't know how old he is.
He's younger for
Probably.
me. I don't
Yeah.
care. I don't care what age he is. He look good. That's all I guess.
If you don't know Taylor Kinney off the top of your head, if you've seen The Other Woman, he was the brother in The Other Woman that Cameron Diaz ends up with. And if you haven't seen it, I'm sorry, I just ruined it for you.
We'll
But
just
yeah.
bleep it out. We'll just bleep it out. No big
Right, but I was really surprised at this engagement because Lady Gaga is like super off the wall, and he seems like very like into himself and very like calm.
deal. Kind of sounds like 50 Shades of Grey. Like,
Oh, Joe. Except I think she's just.
Lady Gaga's whacked out. She's
I'm
released plenty of songs like
sorry.
that. Okay, move on. Whatever.
I think
The Ring is very nice, apparently.
Yes, the
Yeah.
ring. It's a big
The
ring.
Ring is the most. I'm a romantic. Let me just go on my little thing. So first of all, I'm usually in touch with like who's dating who and the celebrities and everything. But this came like out of nowhere for me. I had no clue because she like was in a spotlight for how many like decades? I don't even know. I was being dramatic, but like she like went away and then now she's like engaged with this beautiful heart-shaped diamond ring. I was
know,
just like,
it's so
Lady Gaga
pretty.
deserves
So
it.
pretty.
Like, oh my god,
Oh, Joe, come on, don't look
Like
like
duck
that.
below the table.
why?
I probably couldn't afford a ring pop out of a vending machine in this very moment.
I think you got
I'm
time.
trying
though,
to.
Joe.
Okay, yeah, I got time.
got
but
time.
I don't want
Well,
distraction.
if you
or
had
anything.
Taylor Kinney job, you would probably be able to.
What's
afford
Taylor?
that
Do you know
ring.
his profession?
He's an actor.
He's an actor.
he's a professional actor.
Professional actor, or just saying actor wasn't
He's
enough?
trying to like break him down. Like, who is
I don't
this
know who he is. I'm just trying to figure it out. I don't know. That's good for Lady Gaga.
guy? Oh no, she deserves it.
I feel like she's kind of like she's still just as famous as she was, but she was in the spotlight like, more about 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And
And I think she's always been out there, you know, artistically, but I think personality-wise, she's still very humble.
yeah.
She's
Yeah,
still very
I like her.
nice.
Oh yeah.
Oh, she's like, I've heard she's like an extremely nice person.
Yeah,
And-
so good for them.
Yeah.
Hope they work out. Hope they last, right?
Me too. I hope
Everyone, I
so.
hope it does.
Hopefully, we won't talk about them breaking up in our next episode.
Oh,
That
God.
happens a lot. So let's talk about really quick. Let's get into some Illini stuff. So, the University of Illinois has a it's not an official Snapchat, but a Snapchat nonetheless. It's called Illini Way. And a lot of people from the university have been adding the account, and if you send them stuff, like they'll repost it in their Snap stories, and it's really fun to watch. And, you know, you put a college student in charge of something like this, and it just eventually goes a little bad.
Right.
By bad, I mean like R-rated.
Or like worse than 50 Shades of Grey.
Like, yeah.
Perhaps, yeah.
It's like 51 Shades of Grey.
Yeah.
No, it's like I added them
Sequel.
yesterday or earlier last week or earlier this week, whatever. And I watched the first, like, I woke up like, okay, let's watch this story. I'm just like, oh, boobs. I was like, I did not, like, first it was like, go Illini.
Hello.
Or like,
Illini?
I don't know.
Where's the chief?
Did
they win the basketball game?
Where's
Oh,
like the
God.
armory? Like, where's pictures of the camp? No, it's just boobs. And I'm just like, hey. But it also made me laugh. Like, not the boobs, but like everything else. The boobs, I'm like, hey. But then like we went past that. I'm like, this is kind of funny. I think it's like the real college life that you get to like see. I think it's like hilarious.
College life in a Snap story.
Yeah. I'm willing to watch that.
I mean, it's up there with Yik Yak and all of those.
Oh, yeah.
You get in an area
be
with
gone in a few
perverted
months.
college kids. And
Yeah.
Not really perverted, but just
Bored, like
college
bored,
kids.
doing
Right.
whatever.
I thought it was funny because they had a similar one called the Sham _ Bana, excuse me, and that was like the same exact thing. And then they released the Illini Way, and everyone was telling me, oh, you know, it's different. It's a little more censored. And once I turned it on, immediately this morning I looked, and it just, oh God, like what we just said. Yeah, it hits you. It literally does
It wakes
hit
you up.
It wakes
There
you
go.
up.
It's a good alarm because it wakes you up with these graphic images. I'm finding the good stuff in this. It's a good alarm clock.
some people have alarms, lady and gentlemen.
That's
but
true.
you
Wow.
know, prefers.
This episode is
Sweet.
getting very
It really is. It's
sexual
really screwed up.
today. Like,
It's really like
I'm turning red.
what a great way to like
it's like
close
the
off the Valentine's
Weekly
Day.
See Weekly S&M edition. We're gonna
No,
have to bring in the dancers.
That's not what it is. That's not what it is. If it's not already blocked or closed or reported, add Illini Way on Snapchat. Well, that's all we have for today on our roundtable. But before we go, we want to show you a really short clip about the a cappella group here on the U of I's campus. And we'll see you next week.
What a wonderful kind of day. Can you tell me how to get to Sesame Street? How to get to Sesame Street?